Today we got a brand new leak slash rumor for an upcoming Call of Duty game that actually isn't COD 2024. You know, Treyarch's next game, Black Ops Gulf 4. Yeah, that is actually not what we're talking about here today. Instead, we're talking about COD 2025. And where this is all coming from is none other than Insider Gaming, which, by the way, if you guys want to check out their whole original article, it'll be linked down in the description below. But what they are saying is that COD 2025 will be a direct sequel to Black Ops 2. And that is a bit funny because Black Ops 3 exists and technically that was the original sequel, but it also does make sense because Black Ops 3 really wasn't a sequel to Black Ops 2 if you really think about it. Like, they were two entirely different stories. I think the only connection throughout the entirety of the Black Ops 3 campaign to the Black Ops 2 campaign was the fact that they mentioned Menendez once and didn't even really matter. So it makes sense that we're finally going to get a direct sequel after all this time because we really hadn't had that with Black Ops 3. Now, one interesting thing about all of this is that people are saying that, hey, it's going to be a return of futuristic Call of Duty games or something like that, but really is it? Because think about it, this game is going to be coming out in 2025 and Black Ops 2 was set in 2025, and according to Insider Gaming, COD 2025 is going to be based in the year 2030, which is only 5 years in the future. And is 5 years in the future really futuristic? Like, really is it? Like, I don't think so. But I mean, even if it's not, it would be interesting because it'd be the first time we're ever getting a modern setting for a Black Ops game, so at least there'll be that. But I don't think this really counts as futuristic as a lot of other people are saying. Now, we have limited details about the story, and the story says it's going to take place after the death of Menendez, which I think makes sense because I think regardless of your choice at the end of the campaign, I think Menendez dies regardless, right? Because like, you rather kill him yourself or you watch the post-credit scene or whatever it's called and you see him kill himself anyways. So it's going to take place after that. I'm assuming the canon ending is going to be the one you killed him in, because in that ending his video gets spread to the world, right? And you know, people get radicalized or whatever because of his stupid little video or whatever the idea of that was. But regardless, I think that is going to be the canon ending of Black Ops 2, and that's going to be where we continue into the future. Now, of course, we also have some information about multiplayer here, where it says that not all the maps, but there will be a decent amount of the maps remastered from Black Ops 2 for this year. And the reason for this is that originally it was going to be all Black Ops 2 remastered at the launch of this, much like what we just saw with Modern Warfare 3. But because of the recent backlash because of that, they are now saying that there's going to be original maps launched with the game too, and not just pure remasters. And I'm imagining it's going to be like a 50-50 split. That's what I'm guessing. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm guessing they're going to pull here. Another thing they do mention about multiplayer is that the Pick 10 created class system and also gunfight are going to be in these, which would be really cool because I really like gunfight. And also the Pick 10 system is probably still one of the best, but I don't know how that's going to work, especially with how created class has been these last few years with a billion different attachments and stuff like that. So I'm curious to see how they would handle that. I imagine, to be honest, this gets scrapped and we just go back with our current systems that we've been seeing the last few years for our created class. But of course, for the thing that everyone watching this is interested in, what about zombies? Well, what Insider Gaming is saying is that it's going to be another year, so back-to-back years of round-based zombies. And this is really exciting because I love zombies, man. And I'm just so happy to see back-to-back years of round-based. Like, it's never happened before, with the exception, and I don't know if that's really going to happen here because it's something we'll talk about in a second, but really just the idea of it, having two Black Ops games with round-based back-to-back would be amazing. Now, there's a chance that it isn't original round-based with this, and instead it's going to be remastered Black Ops 2 maps here too, which would be interesting because Black Ops 2 is kind of a mixture of the worst and best maps of all time. Like, that's why it's always so hard to talk about BO2 zombies, because at one point you're saying this is the best zombies experience ever when you talk about Mob of the Dead, Buried, and Origins, but then at the same breath you have Transit and Die Rise, right? Like, those are the two worst maps of all time. So I don't know, I guess we'll have to wait and see how they actually handle this. I hope it's just going to be a continuation. We get more original maps as this go on. Like, sure, we could have remakes, but I don't really think we really want remasters throughout a year of a continuation of Black Ops 2, right? But as exciting as a lot of this sounds, all of really what my excitement is based off of is like, who's even developing this game? Like, honestly, think about it, because Treyarch's making COD 2024, right? Like, they're the ones making that game. So are they going to make the next game right after that? They're making this sequel to Black Ops 2 just the next year? Like, where's all the development time? Like, the main thing we've been hyped about for Black Ops Golf 4 or whatever it's going to be called, like, was the fact that they had 4 years to develop it. But now all of a sudden they had to spend half of that 4 years working on 2 different games at the same time, or now it just recently changed or something like that. Like, it could just hurt both of the games because they have to like work on 2 games at once essentially, and I don't think that would really be a good thing for either of them to take away from each other, right? But the other option really isn't that much better, to be completely honest, because like that would mean that another developer is going to work on it, and whether that's Sledgehammer or Raven, I don't really think a lot of us want anybody besides Treyarch working on the sequel to Black Ops 2, because I know for me, like, Black Ops 2 is held near and dear to my heart. It's the reason why I'm a Treyarch fanboy. And so if they don't work on the sequel to Black Ops 2, I don't even know what to make of that. So man, it's going to be an interesting situation, but regardless, those are my thoughts on this, and I'd love to hear your guys's down in the comment section below. Regardless, so that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you guys did enjoy it and found it informative in any way, shape, or form, I appreciate if you guys dropped a like, subscribe, bell, share, any of that great stuff. But I'm going to go, and I'll catch you guys next stream, video, or whatever the heck it may be. And laters, guys.